Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Now, today we're reading for November 28th, 29th, and 30th, and then December 1st. So that is Monday through Thursday. Now, because it's during the week, I use my two Radley Valentine decks. I use my Archangel Power Tarot cards, and then I will pull one from my Guardian Angel Tarot cards. Now, I also use my Inspirational Wisdom from Angels and Fairies by Frances Monroe and artwork by Judy Mastrangelo. And I will pull one from my Emily Anderson crystal deck. Now, for this is just the introduction, and this will be tagged on all of the readings. If you want to bypass, if this is the first time and you're like, well, where's the reading? Go down into the description. You'll see for Crosswatchers with a timestamp. Click on that, and it should jump you right where your readings are. Now, because this is the introduction, I am going to use my Rider-Waite traditional tarot, and I am going to pull one from my Osha Zen tarot cards. I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy. I am a Reiki master, but remember, these are general readings. They may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I call myself an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power, God, Holy Spirit, and Source, and let whatever the message is come through. Now, the one thing I do like to talk about, what's going on in the planets. And, you know, the weekend, the planets were still very intense, but they weren't doing a whole lot, okay? But they're very intense in that moment of not doing a whole lot. But what we have on the 29th and the 30th, we have Mercury, which is 19 degrees in Sagittarius, and on the 30th, we have Venus, 19 degrees of Sagittarius. Both of these, now this is the fire energy. Mercury is our communications. It's our hearing news type of energy. Venus is our relationship. Both of these are opposing to Mars, which is retrograde, 19 degrees again in Gemini. So remember, you know, fire and air becomes very combustible. It just, you know, when you add air to fire, fire to air, it just grows and grows and grows. These are opposing, so there could be some interesting issues with our communications, in our news, also with our relationships. Now, on the 30th also, Mercury again in Sagittarius, well, that will be sextiling to Saturn, which is 19 degrees in Aquarius. So we've got that 19 energy there. So, you know, numbers are very important, so kind of think about that. But Saturn is Saturn in Aquarius has always been about illusion versus reality. So but these two are really kind of buddying up with each other. So they're kind of, that Sagittarius energy, Mercury and Sagittarius, is kind of giving a little bit of oomph to that Saturn. And we also have on the 30th Mars, again retrograde, 19 degrees. So this 19 is the big frame, is the big message here too. That is trining with Saturn. And again, this gives it a little bit more of a push. This is like, Mars in Gemini being kind of that cheerleader for Saturn in Aquarius. So that's an interesting energy. Mars, of course, is, the god of war, the planet of war. Gemini, very, air energy. Aquarius, very air energy. Saturn. Well, Saturn's been making a mess of a lot of things for us. So, it's really making us delve into those hidden things that we would have liked to have kept secret. So, let's see. So, I kind of think that the 29th and 30th and maybe the 1st, that there could be a lot of stress put on relationships and a lot of stress be put on what we're hearing. So, it could be a lot of stress during this week. More around that 30th time, more around, the 29th through the 1st even. Okay, let's see what higher power, what do you want to say? And we're going to be using our Waite Rider cards. What would you like to say to people out there? What do they need to know? What do we need to know? What do I need to know? What are we going to do? What's going to happen this weekend? Where are we at? Or this week, I should say. This week. What are we going to do? Let's see what we've got here. I feel like we just need to keep shuffling for a little bit longer. Here we go. I know, it's always waiting. But remember, preparation is what, the definitional block is preparation to meet opportunity. So sometimes it just feels like we're waiting. We still need to live our lives. We still need to get up in the morning and, just raise our vibrations, connect with higher power, and do whatever it is that we're being inspired to do, keeping it for the good. Here we go. Let's see what we have. So anything that's reversed is a little stronger. Let's see. Remember, court cards have dual energies, and we'll talk about them if we have a court card. First card is, well, here we go. The Knight of Cups. It is reversed, so it's a little stronger energy. So when we talk about the court cards having dual energies, well, the Page, which is before the Knight, has the Earth energy, the Pentacle energy, the Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy, money, job energy. And you know that Capricorn and Taurus, Capricorn has Pluto in it, and Taurus has Uranus going retro. It will be going direct, I think. Is it a month or 2 months? So it is starting to slow down a little bit. Anyway, this is the Knight of Cups. So Knight energy, underlying energy is fire. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, passionate, burning, determined energy. Cup energy is our water energy. That is our Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid, emotional. Pisces is the one that has Neptune in retro, though it is slowing down. It is getting stationary. It's becoming stationary because it's about to go direct. So that has, so we have Neptune, and then we also have Jupiter in Pisces. Jupiter is about to move, not quite yet, and it's not changing direction, so it's going with the same speed it always has into Aries, but that I think is more in December. So we have the water energy. Now the water energy is the underlying energy for the Queen. Okay, so we have this fire energy underlying, really passionate energy, wanting to get things done, but then we have this spiritual energy, this water energy. And fire and water, water can contain fire, fire can contain water. Sometimes you can throw water on fire and you get steam and smoke. Sometimes, water itself, sometimes they mix, sometimes they don't mix well either. Sometimes they can be very, very useful energy. Now, the Knight of Cups, and this might have something to do with our Venus being in Sagittarius. It could have it might have something to do with that Mercury too, but, that Sagittarius energy, Venus is very, emotional, a very relationship type of energy. So Knights are directional. So this is something that really, you've got the passion of that fire, but you also have that emotional energy, that wanting energy. A lot of times the Knight of Cups has a romantic energy, a dreamy energy, and that's where that Pisces might be coming in. But, you kind of look at the cup, you look at this, he's holding his cup, he's holding his horse. His horse is just kind of like looking down, prancing a little bit. I don't really know if he is moving forward or if he's prancing in place. He's holding his cup, and he's really being very careful with his next steps. He's being very careful with where he's going. So he's not necessarily rushing into anything. He's very, he's just very watchful. I'm getting a very watchful energy with the Knight of Cups. I'm getting a very careful energy, kind of holding that fire energy back, kind of doing that, kind of putting the, the hose to the fire in many, many ways too. Watching, waiting. Ready, the prancing is, the horse wants to get going, but he's not letting the horse go forward just yet. But traditionally, the Knight of Cups is about new romances, new emotional situations also. Our next card is, we have the Six of Pentacles. Now this has popped up a couple of times before, Pentacles, again, is our earth energy. 6 is the number of man. It's the money. It's the energy that we put into something to make it happen. The 6 of Pentacles is money coming from unexpected sources. It's money coming like we're not really, wow, that money that checks in the mail and then the mail actually comes. Or you might find that something, somebody came in and paid off a bill. There's a lot of people that do the pay it forward, where you go in and, you're at a restaurant and you find out somebody paid your bill. So this is money. This is unexpected money. This is largesse. And we do have that wonderful Jupiter. It is still in a slow-mo type of motion right now. In Pisces, it's going to get a little bit, it's going to get its direction moving a little bit more so, but it is still kind of in that slow-mo. So this is unexpected money. Again, I get this very much, this waiting, unexpected money, but waiting, keep waiting for the unexpected money. I'm not sure. The one thing I did not talk about is that, I talked about the page, the knight, and the queen. I did not talk about the king. The king's underlying energy is air, swords, and that is our Aquarius, our Gemini, and our Libra. And we know Aquarius has Saturn in it, and Gemini has Mars in it right now. So here we go. Last card is now, again reversed, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So again, I told you I had the waiting. Well, the Knight of Pentacles really is the waiter, is waiting also. So we have the underlying of the fire, Pentacle energy, that money energy, that earth energy. The Knight of Pentacles, what he likes to do is he likes to survey his options. He likes to survey his choices. He wants to make sure that what he's doing has a reasonable success rate. Okay? But once he's assured himself, once he's got his plan in action or in paper, and once he knows that there's a good, like a 95% chance that this of success, he gets started. He looks like he's stationary right now. Remember, this one, the emotional part wants to prance, wants to move, but again, ever since I get this waiting, unexpected money coming, unexpected money for the universe. This one is, okay, we're waiting a little bit more, but once it gets going, there's nothing that can stop the Knight of Pentacles, okay? Okay, so something, we're waiting, emotional energy, fire energy for both of these, money coming in, waiting, and once the Knight of Pentacles gets the go, nothing can stop it. Okay, let's see what we have here with the Osha Zen Tarot, and let's see what this is all about here. Oh, while I'm shuffling, please remember to go down there, like, share, subscribe, click on the bell. I have many people saying, I can't find your videos, and I'm not sure why they get hidden. I put them all in a playlist, but they do. I mean, people will be on one side and say, I can't find the other, and they should all be together. So the liking, sharing, and the subscribing does help, so thank you. Okay, let's see. Osha Zen Tarot. Higher power. Anything else to add? We're waiting. We've got a lot of emotion here, a lot of wanting this new experience. We got, we're here, we're waiting, something to do with money, job, career here. Unexpected money coming in. Once that one page, once that knight gets the go-ahead, when all the plan, it's a blank slate. It's a blank slate. So here we have, this is a 5. 5 is about change, positive, negative. This is one of these cards that's very unique to Osha Zen Tarot. It is nothingness, no-thingness. It's a blank slate. Nobody really knows. Or it's not, I shouldn't say nobody knows. I know that God's source knows, but it's not being revealed just yet. That one's a little frustrating, but that gives still a lot of opportunities. So waiting, money coming in, waiting for the get-go. We're just not being told. We're just not being told. So what does it all mean? You tell me. It's always interesting, but Again, do the like, share, subscribe, and clicking on the bell for notifications. And why don't we get started with our readings now? Hello and happy birthday, my Sagittariuses. Interesting how your Mars and Venus is going to be, opposing the, your Mercury and Venus was going to be opposing Mars in Gemini. So I kind of feel like that, yeah, you're feisty. You are feisty. And that Mercury and Venus, that's feisty energy for you. So, hey, follow your heart. Do what you know to be right. Okay? Let's see. Okay, perspective. Well, that one's popping. That is a major arcana. It is an archangel energy. This is a number 12. So 12, we have the 10 transition, 1 new beginning, 2 is choices. Always choices. What are you going to do? Are you just going to use the same old, or are you going to look at things a little differently? Are you going to just kind of say, the same old doesn't work anymore. I need to make some changes. And in order for me to make some changes, I have to look at things again differently. Maybe I have to look at my reactions differently. Maybe I have to look at people. Maybe I have to look at, just anywhere from, how I do my hair, my makeup, to how I internalize, how I do my spiritualism, how I do whatever it is that I need to do. I just feel like this is perspective. This is the Hanged Man. This is looking at things differently. But the thing is, it's kind of, I feel like this is an overhaul of many of your, many of your patterns even, okay? You're just looking and saying, I don't like what I've been receiving, so I have to think about how to do it differently. Maybe I've been putting things in everybody else's hands. Maybe doing something differently is also taking it in control of your own. Does that make sense? Because that was really, it's like, oh, okay, we got a bunch of stuff for my Sagittarius. So here we go. Okay, so perspective, Archangel Chamuel. There is a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. Dare to be different. And, like I said, it's like, this hasn't been working for me, so I have to figure out, I have to try something that may work out, may not work out. Remember, my old sayings, I know I say it a lot, but if you don't try, the answer is always a no. You can still try, or you can ask. The answer could still be a no, but you could get that yes too. So it's time. This is a time for you to be not necessarily what others think. There's always that, oh, no, this is how Sagittarius is going to react. It's time for you to do something different. Here we go. Next card reversed. The King of Michael. Remember, court cards, double energies. So the King is also underlying is sword. Michael is sword. This is air energy. Now, air with your energy can be extremely explosive and extremely powerful energy. You add air to a fire and it just becomes one of the biggest fires around, okay? But I do want you to contain some of that fire energy and really work on the intellectual energy. I want you to work on that sword energy. I want you to really think things through, not necessarily having the passion. Not to say that you're not going to get this, but you need to kind of put the passion and the emotion aside and really think about what it is you want and how you're going to go and claim it. Because this is like I said, there's something changing for you, my Sagittarius. Something is changing in your environment. Something is changing in your bubble, okay? King of Michael, air energy, sword energy, very, very, linear in many ways, kind of like, very focused and very much going after what you want. All right. So, King of Michael is principled, rational, ambitious, respected. Wisdom and objectivity are important now. Stay in your integrity. Yeah, you need to make sure you do what you know to be right. A situation that calls for honest and open communication. Watch your words, though. Watch your words, because if you allow the, your Sagittarius, people like to grab that up and say, but you said this. And it's very hard to say, well, I might have said that, but I misspoke. Or I might have said that, but that wasn't what I meant. Or that might be what you heard, but it wasn't what I said. Okay, so there's just, make sure you watch your words very carefully during this week. Next card is the 5 of Michael. So 5 is about change. Change, change, change. Michael, again, that air energy. What's going on isn't what you want. So there's, like I said, there's change. You have to I'm not saying you're redesigning you, but you could be changing how you present yourself so that others can see you possibly different. You could be repackaging yourself if you're going on a job. Maybe this is a great time to get your resume updated. Maybe you need to have a professional do it, or your resume, or there's lots of software on there that you can plug in. Again, it's to promote your strengths. It's to promote your insight. It's to promote you. But the 5 of Michael, now the 5 of Michael also has that sneaky snake energy. There's always that sneaky snake energy just kind of in the peripheral. So always be aware of that. So you may want to be very careful again who you speak to. Again, who you communicate with. So like I said, you be very careful about that. If you're thinking of getting a new job, and again, jobs are just easy. If you're thinking maybe one of your relationships, which, work, intimate, family, if you're thinking of making changes in one of the relationships, you may not want to tell a friend about that, because the friend, it's like, oh, I heard it from Sagittarius they're going to break up, or I heard it from Sagittarius they're going to quit, or I heard it from Sagittarius they're selling their house. And that's not what you were saying. You could have just been kind of talking out loud a little bit, how we all talk a little bit to hear our thoughts. But again, be very careful to who you say this to this week, because again, this has sneaky snake energy. All right. This situation doesn't serve you. So you're going to make some changes. You, if not necessarily in the physical realm, you will do it in the mental realm, and you will start on a new path because of this. Release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. So interesting for you. We have a 1, 2, 5, 5, 2, 1. So let's see. Guardian angels, what do you want to say? What else do you want to say to our Sagittariuses, our birthday Sagittariuses? I really feel like you're taking the reins this time around, and any of these changes, you're not being reactive. You're being very proactive with these changes. You're the one that's in charge of whatever it is you want to make change in, okay? So let's see what this is all about here. Guardian angels. Okay, this one is reversed. 6 of abundance. Now, 6 of abundance. Did we have this up? Now, well, 6 is, anyway, this is the 6 of earth. This is the 6 of pentacles. 6 is the number of man. It's the energy you put into it. Money, job, career, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, unexpected money. So whatever you're doing here, you are rewarded for it. You are paid back for it. So this could be, again, let's go with the resume thing. You get the resume, it gets in front of somebody, it opens the doors to interviews, because that's what a resume is supposed to do. It's supposed to intrigue them enough to open the door to you for an interview. And now maybe you walk out with a sign-on bonus. Maybe you walk out with the job in hand. The 6 of abundance is always about unexpected money, but money that comes in just when you need it. Okay. Heaven opens its loving arms and pours abundance onto you. An unexpected gift is on its way. Accept it with gratitude and humility, knowing that you'll have a chance to return the generosity by giving to others in the future. Consider volunteering for a charitable organization. If you got a lot of money that came in, I'd consider that too. Anyway, let's see what the inspiring words from angels and fairies are. Let's see what we've got here. So yeah, my Sages, you're very serious. I'm not saying you're not going to have fun or laugh or anything like that, but you're very serious in your new direction or in the direction you want to take. You just got to figure it out, and which you definitely can do. Okay, let's see. Inspirational wisdom. What do our angels and fairies have to say to my Sages? Water, lily, fairy. Oh, that's lovely there. Okay. Stop. Can you read this? I don't know if you can read this. Stop taking directions from others that are not right for you. Gather your thoughts and start to walk your own pathway. Wow. Pretty much what this was talking about. Walking your own path. Okay, let's see. What crystal or energy for my Sages? What would be helpful to help them walk their own path? What would be a helpful crystal or energy for them? What is helpful for my Sagittariuses? Okay, reversed. Black obsidian, always good one. Strength, support during changes, everyday stress relief, but it also clears negative energy. It does other things too, very metaphysical energies too, but it is a good stone to have, or crystal to have. Anyway, my Sagittarius is interesting stuff, so let me know. I am reading my comments, so I am going to be answering them, probably more tomorrow, so just let you know that. But my Sagittarius is, let me know, comment, do the like, share, subscribe, and clicking on the bell for notifications. As always, my Sagittariuses, know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.